Hey team, it's Alvin back for another session with you this afternoon. It's Thursday, the 19th of May. I'm hanging out here in southern Germany. It's pretty bright. It's pretty warm actually, 27 degrees Celsius. So I've got the blinds down a little bit just to help with the glare. So today I am going to talk to you, retail business owners, about how to prepare your cash flow statement in a way that's relevant in running your business. So if you're new here, my name is Alvin. I am the retail business coach that helps retailers improve their cash flow and profitability. If you're watching this live, I'd really appreciate it if you could just write the word live in the comments below. And if you're watching a replay, just write the word replay. It just helps me know when I can try and tailor these live value videos for you guys. So I'm going to be running through a presentation. Well, it's a really quick webinar type thing on PowerPoint. There is a worksheet associated with this. So if you want a copy of the worksheet, just write the word cash flow in the comments below, and I'll make sure I get it out to you, okay? So I'm just going to rock and roll. I think that's all the housekeeping. Cool. So let me bring up my presentation here. So we're going to talk about how to prepare a cash flow statement for your retail business. So I want to go through why it's really important. So if you're a retailer and you've ever found yourself in the situation like, oh shit, I don't have any money left in my bank account, or you're kind of scrambling to pay the wages or pay your suppliers, or even you're just being told by your accountant that, hey, you're having a really good year, your revenue's up, your profit's up, but you look at your bank account and you've got no idea where the fucking cash is gone. This is why it's a really, really good initiative to create a cash flow statement and to prepare one yourself, and then to do some of the forecasting that's associated with it. Without a cash flow statement, it's you're going to be like running your business in the dark. Okay, you won't be able to see what's going on. You won't get full transparency on what's happening in your business. The most common mistake that retailers make in a in understanding their cash flow is they rely on their accountants or bookkeepers to provide them with a cash flow statement, which is really too late. I don't know about you, but when I was in business, my bookkeeper gave me, a cash flow statement along with all the other financials sort of on a monthly basis, and then my accountant would give it to me on a quarterly or half yearly basis. But that's really too long a gap in between of you getting those reports, because your cash flow statement is going to help you make some really wise decisions, and I'll run through that with you. That'll impact your business, okay? So that's why it's really, really important you do one. And like I said, if you find yourself running out of money all the time, and you're trying to get an understanding of where the money is going in your business, this is the reason you need to be doing it, okay? So I'm going to run you through my process, and this is what I used when I was running my pharmacy-based businesses, and this is what I used with my clients. So you'll find it's probably a little bit different to what your accounting or a bookkeeper does, or what your accountant or bookkeeper does. But when we do a cash flow statement, we want it to make real life decisions on a weekly basis, and I'll run through that with you. So it's slightly different, but it's super, super accurate, and it'll just blow your mind, like the first time I did it. So the first step we need to do in preparing a cash flow statement for our retail business is we need to record it. Clearly, we need to start recording our numbers, okay? So the main obstacle that retailers have as a business owner, you have very little time, and we all think that doing a cash flow statement is really complicated. I mean, certainly when you get the reports back from your bookkeeper or an accountant, it comes bundled with a whole heap of other fucking reports. And it's very easy to gloss over it and get lost in the numbers. So what I want to do is I want to ensure that you keep it really, really simple. Okay. So, and it's got to be simple and accessible. So that means you've got to be able to log on quickly onto your computer. I prefer that you do it online. You can do it manually if you want to, but it's going to be something that you're going to access every week. And I'll go through that. So I like to use Google Sheets. If you're not familiar with spreadsheets, Google Sheets is super easy. It's in the cloud, so you can access it anywhere, which is really important. And I'll get to that in a minute. Or you can use something like Excel, which is obviously, a beefed up version of Google Sheets. So that's the main point here, is just to keep it really, really simple when you're recording it. The next part of our cash flow statement, which might seem obvious, almost as obvious as the matrix, is to use real numbers, okay? And the best way to do that is to actually get your numbers from your online banking account, so from your actual bank account. So what I recommend you do is log on to your online banking, and you can download for the previous week the credits and the debits from your bank account. Okay, really simple as that, because what we want a real-time snapshot of your cash flow for a period of 7 trading days. Yeah, and usually I recommend you use Monday to Sunday, because that'll give you super accurate picture and you can make decisions very accurately. So like I said, we use Monday to Sunday in the days that we use it. The next thing we need to do is we need to enter the data, right? Really simple. The first thing you need to do on the first line is, when you're first starting out your cash flow statement, you need to record your cash at bank. So all this is when you log into your bank account on that, if we're doing Monday to Sunday, we need to just make sure we enter in the actual cash at bank figure on the Monday, right? And the next thing is we need to enter in all our credits. So that's all the cash that came in. So that could be from obviously sales, interest, any other money that came into your bank account. We want to record that in. The next step is we want to look at all the cash out that went out of the business for that 7 days that you were trading. So obviously expenses that you that you paid, wages, of course, rent, any other utilities, anything that came out of your bank account, we need to record it, okay, in our spreadsheet. And the next thing is, how do you know if you've done this right? Well, the balance figure that you have on your spreadsheet that you've calculated should equal the actual balance of money that you have on your bank account in your online banking. So that's really, really important. And that's how you know you've done it correctly, because all you've done is basically transpose the data from your online bank account into a spreadsheet so you can actually see what's going on. Now, where this gets really interesting is that you need to ensure that you repeat the process. So you need to be doing this consistently on a weekly basis. So I recommend all my clients, and this is certainly what I did, let's do this on a Monday. Monday morning, one of the first things that we do is have a look at our cash flow for the previous week, okay? And you just need to get into a rhythm of doing it. Consistency is the key. If you start to miss a few weeks, your reporting and your cash flow statement will be totally inaccurate. So you need to make sure that we do it weekly. And we need to do it for at least 12 weeks. And I'm going to get to that 12-week component in a second. So initially, I want you, the retail business owner, to be doing this yourself. Yes, it's something you can outsource. You can perhaps ask your bookkeeper to do it, or if you have a virtual assistant. But I really encourage you, if you're doing this for the first time, you as the owner of the retail business, you do this for the first 12 weeks, because this will just blow your mind. Just the simple act of looking at each line on a weekly basis of what cash is going in and out, you'll be able to make so much better decisions, okay? So that was the do-it-yourself bit. So the next part, after we've recorded our cash flow for 12 weeks, we can now look into the future, into our little crystal ball, and we can start to project our cash flow. And we want to project out for another 12 weeks as well. So what this projection does, it just gives you a view into the future based on what happened into the past, into the previous 12 weeks. Really simple. So where might this be useful? For instance, if you want to make a purchase in your business, perhaps, I don't know, if you're buying stock or a large abnormal purchase that you normally wouldn't do, or perhaps you want to take some money out for yourself, how does that impact the business? So instead of guessing, you can now, with a consistent amount of accuracy, plug that into your forecast. Say, I'm going to pay, I don't know, supplier X $10,000 to buy Y. And you can see how that affects your cash flow 12 weeks down the track. You can predict with very high accuracy that if you make that purchase now, are you going to run out of money in 6 to 8 weeks' time? And then you can sort of really make some decisions on, okay, do I really need to make this capital investment? Should I go out and get funding to purchase this, this thing, whatever we're buying, you know what I mean? So yeah, it just makes everything a little bit easy. And then now, all of a sudden, you have this amazing couple of levers in your business that you can start to pull and manipulate and get greater clarity on the flow of cash in your business. And your decision making is just going to improve a million times. So that's what I wanted to go through today. Let me figure out how to fix this up. So if, like I said, there is a worksheet associated with this. If you want a copy of the worksheet, just pop the word, what do we say? Cash flow below, and I'll get it out to you. If you want some help with this stuff, send me a DM, and I'll see how we can help you out. If you have any questions about cash flow and all this fun stuff, how to put one together, just pop it in the comments section below. And I'll reach out to you. Much love. Speak soon. And ciao.